So inviting prospects, this is the gateway skill. If you figure out how to effectively invite prospects, you're going to be fine. If you don't, it's over. It's the gateway skill. Either you go through the gate or the gate closes. The good news is it's learnable. We're going to give you some fundamentals that every single one of you can learn, and you'll enjoy and you'll have fun. Won't be any problem. A lot of people think in order to be a good inviter, you need to have reputation and influence. That's not true. You don't have to have reputation and influence to be a good inviter. You just have to have the skills to be a good inviter. I want to change you from a hunter to a professional, from a predator to a professional. We're more like farmers than we are hunters. We grow relationships. We grow people. We push people up. We nurture people. Right? A lot of you have the mentality, I need to invite him because I got to get him. I need to get me one more. Nobody wants to get got. They want to build a relationship, but they don't want to be the one that, hey, let me show you the new distributor I just got. They're going, you're holding me up on a string, you know? Kinda. Bring him to the meeting, carry him around. See a picture of me and the one I just bagged? Let me give you the professional mindset when it comes to inviting. There's a mindset that professionals go into. When I struggled with inviting at the beginning. I made up in numbers for what I lacked in skill because I would just invite. Now, I blew through a lot of people. I lost a lot of good people that would have been amazing because my skills were so bad, but I made up for it in numbers. Now, there's a better way to do that. The professional, one of the things that I've learned to do over the course of my career is study what works. There's a lot of stuff that sounds good. Sounds really clever. Like when objections and stuff, people love to have these clever answers. Those don't really work, though. You try the clever thing, and everybody ends up a little bit mad. So clever didn't really work there. There's clever little approaches, there's clever little invites. The clever stuff never worked, really. So what I did is I studied the most successful inviters I could find. And I listened to them invite. I watched what they did. I took good notes. I went to their trainings, but you know what I found out about top earners? They have a very difficult time actually communicating what they actually do. It's not about trying to mislead you. It's just they just don't have the ability to do it. They struggle with saying, here's how I actually did it. So this is, we're going to talk about this weekend, is how the top earners actually do it. And they start with a mindset. Their mindset is to build a relationship, not to get a distributor. That's their mindset. To build a friendship. People do business with friends. Mindset is about relationships, not about, and people will sense if you're trying to build a relationship or if you're a shark. They'll sense it. Their goal is to educate people and inspire people. Education and inspiration, that's their goal. They want people to be better because of their interaction. They want people to be inspired and see a bigger picture of their lives. They want people to understand what it is that they have to offer. It's about understanding. It's about education. See, is that different than what most people think? I got to go get this person. No, build a relationship. Educate them, inspire them, yes. Educate them for sure. Build a relationship, build a friendship, no matter what. Their process is to, number one, build trust, and number two, transfer belief. Trust is like a bridge from one side to the other. So they build the bridge by not being a shark. They build a bridge by being a friend. They build a bridge by educating. They build a bridge by being a genuine human being. They build a bridge by not jumping on them at inappropriate times. And then once the bridge is built, they transfer belief. See, what most people try and do is they try and transfer belief before the bridge is built. And if you do that, you got to go through like 50 times the numbers to get the same result. If the bridge is built, transferring belief's no problem. You could just walk it across the bridge, drive it across the bridge, whatever. But if the bridge isn't built, you got to use like a catapult to try and shoot it over the water to get to the other side, and sometimes it might hit pretty hard. You know what I mean? Imagine a big water balloon with your story. Because you got to get it over there because you haven't built trust yet. Yeah, I got the information. I don't think it's for me. Professionals don't even really pitch. They just don't. They're not pitch machines. Those are the amateurs out there. I've never met a person I didn't prospect. They don't pitch. They build a relationship. They educate. They inspire. They build trust. They transfer belief. And it becomes a natural downhill gravitational pull towards your opportunity instead of pushing the rock uphill. That's what amateurs do. That's what posers do. They're pushing rock uphill all the time. Professionals don't pitch. Also, professionals try as much as they can to get face-to-face. Why do they try to get face-to-face? Because it builds trust. Personal interaction changes relationships. Most major decisions in your life you didn't do completely over the phone. You probably got face-to-face to be able to have some type of conversation. Why? Because you needed to have some trust built before you made that big decision. There's some leaders in network marketing that like to say, never do a one-on-one. That's an example of one of those things that sounds clever and isn't what people do. Not the successful people. The successful people find opportunities to get in front of other people of influence, build a relationship, get face-to-face whenever possible, build trust, transfer belief. That's the mindset of leaders. You know, you notice that the $1 million earners are going, yep, yep, lived that, done that, been there, got it. I hope everybody's hearing. That's what they're all saying. All right. You're going to be inviting to one of two things, in my experience. You're going to be inviting to one of two things. The first is an event. An event is most effective. If you can get a person to attend an event, the chances of them joining your business is very good. Why is it so good? You have the physical interaction with the person. It builds trust. They can see it's working. There's social proof. Other people are doing it too. People just like them are doing it too. There's excitement. There's a certain energy. There's urgency. Other people are taking they're stepping forward and they're signing up. Maybe I should too. See, the event is great. It's the most effective. However, the downside to events is they're difficult to schedule, especially for the new person. It's too big a leap to get somebody to take a big chunk out of their life and come and attend an event for a first exposure. People don't show up. You know why most people quit network marketing? They made a big invitation, nobody showed up, and they went, I can't take it. I just can't handle it. The no-shows kills people. That's going to discourage anybody. Knocks out more people than any other thing. So here's the second thing that you invite people to. A tool of some sort. A tool. Now, what do I mean by a tool? It could be a CD, audio. Could be a story. Could be a DVD. Could be a magazine, brochure, website, online presentation of some sort, product sample. Could be a whole number of things. Tools are a much better first step. Much better. What's our goal? Go back to our goals. Building trust, transferring belief, building a relationship, education, inspiration. This is the gateway. We have to think about what the majority of people can do. I had a little bit of a knack for getting people to events when I first started. That's the reason why I'm still here today. But I wasn't able to duplicate that. I couldn't get other people to have the same level of success that I had getting people to events, even though they were very effective for me. And because of that, my duplication never went anywhere. So tools are a much better first step. Every company has different tools. Let me talk to you why tools are incredibly powerful. Can you give me the Elmo, guys? Great. It's the power of third party. This is a fundamental. If you don't learn this fundamental, you're going to have problems. If you learn this fundamental, you're going to be fine. Third party. Here's what most people in network marketing do. Posers and amateurs both. Here's you. Here's the prospect. They go to the prospect and they try and give all the information. Let me tell you about my product. Let me tell you about my opportunity. Let me tell you about what's going on. Let me tell you about our leadership group. Let me tell you about the support. Let me tell you about this exciting campaign we got going on. Let me tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you. The problem with first party is they most of the time know you and they know you're not an expert. So they're going to be very critical, cynical. They're going to ask a million questions. They're going to throw up a million objections. And because of that, you're going to have a difficult time getting them to take you seriously. It's the reason why we have, when a celebrity endorses a product on television, we go, ooh, maybe I should get that. Even though we kind of know that the celebrity, you know Peyton Manning's not driving a Chevy. He's just not. Or Buick or whatever. He's not driving a Buick. He might have one in the garage because of the contract or whatever. We know he's not driving a Buick. He's just not. But it's a cool commercial anyway. He makes it interesting, makes it more valuable, right? So if you go first party, you're only going to have a certain result. You're going to get shot down most of the time. The only people you can have success with in first party are people you have influence over. So on a scale of 1 to 10, if you have a 10 in influence, you can talk to the 8s and the 9s and whoever else is below you. You know, you're the President of the United States. You can talk to a lot of people. Hey, come with me. And they go, okay, I'll come with you. But then they go talk to people. Can they talk to 10s if they're an 8? Not with this approach. They got to go talk to what? 7s, 6s. 7s are a little close. You know, there might be some ego involved. They might have to go down to 5s to be sure of it. So they go to the 5 and say, hey, you want to do this? 5 says, well, chance to work with you? I'm in. But now what are the 5s going to do? They got to talk to 4s, but not really 4s because there's ego involved with 4s. So they got to kind of go to 3s. So they go to a 3 and they say, you know, hey, you want to join me? And they go, I don't have the money. Well, let's find the money. All right, we find the money. Get them in. Now what do I do? Go talk to people. Well, who they got to talk to? The twos and the ones? And they come back upline and they say, you know what? No one can afford to join this opportunity. No one can afford it. The price of entry is way too expensive. The monthly auto ship is completely out of control. It has to do with a philosophy problem. It doesn't have to do with a reality problem. There's plenty of money in the world. There's plenty of influential people in the world. You just have to have an approach where you can talk to anybody. Not only I could talk to you, but you could talk to her, and she could talk to him, and he could talk to him. And you don't have to have a certain skill set in order to be able to have success. When it comes to influence, I mean, you don't have to have a certain amount of influence to have success. Here's what the professionals do.